Google has confused us all by changing its definition of top ads to include ads that are not at the top. Facebook and LinkedIn are both launching new video players that look very similar to TikTok. Instagram is making hashtags more useful. Elon Musk wants to show off your pinned posts. And WordPress site owners, beware. New vulnerabilities just dropped for Elementor and other popular plugins. Just when you thought you had it all figured out, it's time for another marketing update. Google made an announcement a few days ago that they were changing the definition of top ads in their AdWords platform to refer to ads anywhere in the top results. This follows a change back in October reported on by Barry Schwartz at SEOroundtable.com to begin displaying AdWords ads mixed in with organic results below the visible top area of the page that you see before you scroll. This coincides with the expanding slow rollout of generative search, aka AI-powered search, from Google across more and more search results pages, which tends to push organic results further and further down. So perhaps those projects are somehow connected, maybe. In any case, the lines between search and advertising have gotten blurrier over the years at Google, and they continue to take more liberties with campaigns in their ad platforms, between automated targeting and bidding to expanding audiences and more ethically questionable moves. There are a few places you can spend your ad dollars as effectively as Google, but do remember that nothing lasts forever with these big platforms, and they don't really care about your business at all. Google isn't just stopping at the top ads. They're also reworking shopping ads in their new search generative experience, known as SGE. And apparently, they're also inserting paid positions into local map results. There's a lot of change taking place in the world of Google Ads and Google Search, and it remains to be seen what the overall effect will be on advertisers and companies that are listed in their organic results. But it seems safe to say that Google benefits more than anyone else does. Perhaps in response to the much more aggressive discovery features available on TikTok, Instagram recently announced plans to make a small but potentially meaningful change to one of the most annoying limitations of that app's discovery platform. It can be hard to find smaller, rising accounts on Instagram without discovering them off-platform first because, until now, even when users search for a specific hashtag, they're only shown top posts on that topic, which doesn't include other content like accounts, audio, places, and reels that you would typically see in the Explore tab. By adding these additional elements, Instagram says that it hopes to increase profile discovery, generating new views and followers for a wider selection of accounts that are producing content regularly. Plus, fans of Reels will appreciate that you can now switch over to a dedicated tab for Reels on any hashtag as well. The takeaway is that Instagram search features are getting a shot in the arm, and experimenting with more visually grabbing content, like Reels, might produce more growth on the platform. In the first move in recent history that actually makes some kind of sense, Elon Musk announced on X that the platform would start promoting pinned posts and a new horizontal mini feed that appears in the For You timeline. Up to one pinned post per account every 48 hours, just to prevent the system from being manipulated. I've also seen this carousel-style feature in the search feed, so this is a small but potentially useful change that might help your best content get a little bit more attention, even days or weeks after you've posted it. Given how challenging it is to grow on social platforms, and particularly X, every little bit helps. Next, thanks to Social Insider, we finally have some new data on LinkedIn post engagement and how we can optimize our content to succeed on the platform. First, the data tells us that posts with multiple images perform the best of all content on LinkedIn. This doesn't describe a carousel, which is no longer available on the platform, but just a text post with several images attached to it. When I've seen or done something like this, the images are provided to show evidence supporting whatever the point of the post is, showing the receipts, so to speak. As with other platforms, including links in your posts more or less assigns them to the dustbin, so don't bother. Big tech is locked in tight competition, and they don't want to lose any of their share of attention, so the algorithms heavily squash any posts that might lead users away. Video posts are this platform's hidden secret. With LinkedIn introducing a TikTok-style vertical video format very soon, and videos already receiving more shares than the other type of content, video will soon be taking over LinkedIn, just like it is everywhere else. Neil Patel recently shared some data about posting formats and frequencies for LinkedIn that suggested videos should be short clips of 30 to 45 seconds long, and that you run the risk of competing with yourself if you post these more than once a day. So keep that in mind. But in general, brands are posting on LinkedIn 10% more than they were in prior years, suggesting that the platform has become a more meaningful channel in 2024. And LinkedIn has been steadily introducing new features to attract creators and curators to share more on the platform beyond job announcements and work accomplishments, such as newsletters, article-length posts, audio posts, video, as I mentioned, and the new creator designation for your profile. Plus, back in February, a few key folks from LinkedIn announced on the Entrepreneur podcast that the platform was changing its algorithm to feature creators' posts, articles, and other content natively on the platform for weeks and even months into the future. So unlike most other platforms, the effort that you invest into LinkedIn compounds over time instead of being ephemeral and diminishing in value quickly. The takeaway here is simple. LinkedIn is becoming a more relevant channel in 2024, so sign up as a creator and post thought-provoking content like posts with multiple images, articles, newsletters, and of course, short-form videos directly on the platform with copy that includes relevant keywords and hashtags. As all the social media giants are trying to stake their claim in the video space, Facebook has taken a unique approach by prioritizing the aesthetics of their video player, supposedly so that whatever video you want to watch is displayed in the best way possible, while still providing a consistent user experience. The player is said to bear a striking resemblance to TikTok. In addition to the new player, Facebook executives also announced additional changes to the platform and their algorithm as well. Outside the new player, they say, you'll also see more relevant video recommendations, regardless of length, on the feed and in the video tab. And they go on to say that these updates also mean that more types of creators will have more opportunities to tap into new audiences that they might not have reached before. It remains to be seen if the move will earn them any more share of attention in the short video space, but the numbers are in their favor, as Facebook is still the dominant social network with about 40% of the global population using the platform. The good news is that the similarity to TikTok will make it very easy to repurpose content from other platforms like TikTok and Shorts directly to Facebook, where these new features can be taken advantage of with very minimal additional effort. It's never fun to hear that your WordPress website is at risk because one of the themes or plugins that you rely on has a security flaw. But here we are again. The extremely popular Elementor website builder and its Pro version contains 6 different cross-site scripting XSS vulnerabilities. All 6 of the vulnerabilities are due to data not being properly sanitized as it is being sent between domains via JavaScript and XSS. Cross-site scripting, where a component of code is imported between domains and then injected into the code of a website, is an inherently risky proposition, though it is used legitimately in almost every website that embeds some third-party widget or plugin. In the case of Elementor, all 6 of the vulnerabilities are rated at a medium threat level and require that a user have contributor-level access to execute. This most likely means that if you're not allowing people to sign up for accounts and contribute content, then you're not directly at risk. However, everyone running Elementor will want to keep an eye on this story as it develops and install any forthcoming security updates as quickly as possible. But this type of issue affects much more than just Elementor. Cross-site scripting and XSS accounted for over half of the WordPress vulnerabilities reported in 2023, and the problem seems to be getting worse. The more code that is shared between websites because certain components become popular, the greater the risk that a simple vulnerability becomes a global issue. To give you some idea of how problems like this spread, I'll read from a 2023 report from PatchStack, a WordPress security firm. They say, this year we once saw again how a single cross-site scripting vulnerability in the Freemius framework resulted in 1,248 plugins inheriting the security vulnerability, exposing all of those users to risk. 21% of all new vulnerabilities discovered in 2023 can be traced back to this one flaw. So, stay on top of those security updates, folks. That's a wrap. Thanks for watching. I'm Nathan Binford, and this has been another Marketing Update.